At narito naman ang mainit na balita mula sa mundo ng politika. Isang nakakabahalang isyu ang muling umani ng pansin sa buong bansa matapos isa publiko ni Vice President Sara Duterte ang umano'y banta sa kanyang buhay na inuulat niyang nagmula kay President Kuting ng Norte Jr. Ang naturang payag ni VP Sara ay nagdulot ng matinding kaguluhan sa mga political na circle sa bansa at nagbigay daan sa malalim na mga tanong ukol sa relasyon ng dalawang pinakamataas na opisyal sa gobyerno. Ayon kay Vice President Sara, nakatanggap siya ng direktang banta mula sa Pangulo kaugnay sa mga hindi pagkakaunawaan sa ilang mahalagang usapin sa administrasyon. Sa isang pahayag na inilabas ng kanyang tanggapan, inihayag ni VP Sara na ang mga pag-uusap sa pagitan nila ni PBBM ay nauwi sa matinding tensyon na nagdulot ng isang banta sa kanyang kaligtasan. Hindi ko na kadyang manatili sa tahimik na buhay nang hindi nagsasabi ng totoo, ani ni Vice President Sara sa isang press briefing. Agad namang nagbigay ng reaksyon ng Malacanang ukol sa isyong ito. Ngunit iginiit ni Press Secretary Ivan N. Panganiban na walang intensyon ng Pangulo na magdulot ng anumang kapahamakan sa buhay ni VP Sara. Ayon sa mga opisyal sa palasyo, nagkaroon ng pagkakaintindihan at pagkakaibang opinyon sa ilang administrating usapan, ngunit ito ay hindi dapat magresulta sa mga seryosong banta o gulo. Mabilis din na itinanggi ng Pangulo ang mga pahayag na ito, subalit iginiit ni VP Sara na may mga testigo sa insidenteng ito. Ang pagsisiwalat ni Vice President Sara na mabanta ay nagdulot ng mga malalim na katanungan ukol sa stability ng kasalukuyang administrasyon. Habang ilang taga-suporta ng Pangulo ay tinuturing itong isang internal conflict na maaari pa rin magresolba ng maayos. Marami naman ang nagsasabing may posibilidad na ang isyong ito ay nagdulot ng mas malalim na epekto sa political landscape ng bansa, lalo na't hindi ito ang unang pagkakataon na napag-uusapan ng tensyon sa pagitan ng mga Duterte at Marcos. Gayunpaman, patuloy ang mga obserbasyon ng mga eksperto na ang tensyon sa pagitan ng mga matataas na opisyal ay hindi lamang nagpapakita ng mga personal na isyu kundi nagiging malupit na hamon din sa mga plano at proyekto ng gobyerno. Ang mga isyu ng pagkakaisa at kooperasyon sa loob ng administrasyon ay may direktang epekto sa mga pulisiya at programa na nakatakdang ipatupad sa bansa. Sa ngayon, nag-iwan ng tanong sa mga mamamayan kung ano ang magiging susunod na hakbang ng gobyerno matapos ang isyong ito. Magpapatuloy pa ang mga pagkakaiba o pagkakaroon ng mga pagkakataon para sa reconciliation sa pagitan ng Vice President at ng Pangulo? Isang bagay ang tiyak, ang mga susunod na araw ay magdadala pa ng maraming developments hinggil sa controversial na isyong ito. Maging ang mga mamamayan ay nakatutok sa mga susunod na pahayag mula sa dalawang opisyal at kung paano nila haharapin ang mga nag-aalalang sitwasyon. At heto nga mga balita ng ating pagkakatutukan, at kung bago ka pa lamang sa aking channel ay huwag kakalimutang mag-like, share and subscribe para updated ka sa aming mga bagong balita dito sa Tatak Pinas.
Very offended when the Quadcom congressmen are referred to as representatives because they definitely do not and will never represent our authentic love for our country and for the Dutertes. It seems that's what Surigao Nons also feel about their congressman. Sabi ni Tinkiana, do you think that this confi was given to VP for the purpose of destroying VP, pre-planned to remove her in power? No. I don't think they're not the types who think that far in advance. Hindi. Sinuwerte sila dyan. Or, it's not rocket science kasi. Gusto nilang, nakita nila, ang nagpasimuno niyan, yung mga kaliwa, because they were the ones who were very, very worried about these confi funds, which could be used para madistrongka yung kanilang mga recruitment methods among high schoolers or even those who are older. So, no, I don't agree that this was a pre-planned move because I know how they think. They're not that, kumbaga, hindi yan pain. BBM really wanted to show his gratitude nung umpisa. And then parang after a month or two, naubos na lahat ng mga pretensions na yon. Well, he really was pretending kung sakasakali. Either he was very convinced that he was grateful or that he was pretending to be grateful. Pero ang alam ko, hindi yan, it did not, from where I sat before, did not look like they knew that they could use this. Sabi ni Skylight, sabi ni Attorney Libayan, di daw maganda i-reason out na gastusin sa maikling gastusin yung CF kahit binigyan lang ang OP ng 16 days para dapat daw isoli yun sa Treasury Fund. Eh sino may sabing ginastos yun in 16 days? At bakit nyo dinadala ang mga argumento ni Attorney Libayan dito? If you want to, you can watch his vlogs. Hindi ko naman siya inaaway. Bakit gusto nyo kaming mag-away? Ramiel says, congressmen and women, oh, by the way ha, as a matter of fact, okay? Sa Code of Ethics ng mga abogado, bawal po kami to pick fights with each other. Kaya hindi ko ginagawa yan. Huwag nyo naman po kaming pag-awayin. And hindi ba yun yung namin? We don't really, ewan ko, kahit si Attorney Claire, di ko inaaway. Di ako agree, pero di ko siya inaaway. And you have also heard our arguments here before. Hindi yan ginastos in 11 days. Hindi yan hindi yan, and furthermore, pag hindi mo rin naman ginastos yun, mananagot ka sa taong bayan, nag-obligate ka ng ganyang pera. You took that out of the available money for goods and services to the public, pero hindi mo gagamitin. So sabi ni Arlie, yung link po galing from Newswatch Pilipinas. The International Criminal Court has issued warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his former defense chief, as well as for Hamas leader Ibrahim al-Masri for alleged war crimes and crimes against humanity. The incoming national security yata ni President Trump has announced that they are reversing the anti-Semitic policies of the Biden administration and will continue to support Israel to the fullest extent. They disagree, not only disagree, but they find that the ICC is ridiculous for doing this and will not only will not support it, but will actively support Israel. So I don't know what your question is anymore. Kasi binigyan mo na lang ako ng antecedent, wala naman tanong. Sabi ni Raul, where is your valid black and white? Black and white what? Real SSMFI says, may itatanong lang po ako. Si Franz Castro ay isang convicted. Bakit po? Okay, frequently asked question. Hindi man lang nakulong, samantalang si Kibuloy ay hindi pa convicted pero nakakulong na. Okay, it depends. Unang-una, yung kaso ni Franz Castro ay bailable. So, habang nagta-trial siya noon, on bail siya. If nag-file siya ng motion for reconsideration, tuloy pa rin yung bail niya. Kung in-appeal niya to a higher court, she could have applied for bail pending appeal. So, kung si Pastor Kibuloy, the only reason he would still be continuing in detention is kung hindi bailable yung crime niya. Yung ina-accuse sa kanya. Una pa lang duda na ako kay Garma, di ko nga tinuloy yung pag-view ng mga hearing niya sa Congress kasi duda na akong bumabaliktad dito. Well, I agree, kaduda-duna naman talaga siya. And nagdududa ako sa paliktaran niyang na dagdag ng affidavit, not necessarily magkakatugma. Yung pag-appeal ni Castro, okay, nabasa ko na yan. Huwag po kayong mag-all caps para basahin ko. Bakit po na-contempt si Attorney Lopez samantalang convicted si Congress? Wala pong kinalaman yan. Okay, first of all, misconceptions. Unahan ko na po kayo. Number one misconception. Sabi nila convicted daw ay nagpakulong sa isang abogado. Hindi po exempted ang abogado from being found in contempt. Wala pong exemption na ganun. Pero, I agree na, well, I disagree with Congress na contemptible behavior yung ginawa ni Attorney Lopez by asking the COA not to forward the confidential liquidation, yung liquidation of the confidential fund. Kasi nga, precisely, number one, confidential siya. Number two, apparently it's subject of an ongoing case. And number three, hindi rin tapos pa yung mga sinasagot nila sa notices of disallowance. So, convicted, yes, si Congresswoman Franz Castro, pero convicted pa lang siya sa RTC. So either she filed a motion for reconsideration or an appeal. Either way, pag may motion for recon o mayroong appeal, hindi po magiging final yung decision ng trial court, lalong-lalo na sa conviction. So until ma-resolve ba yung motion for recon or yung kanyang appeal, ito po ay hindi final and hindi mo pa rin siya matatawag na convicted na criminal by final judgment. Huwag po pa ulit-ulit kasi hindi ko nababasa yung ibang mga katanungan, ha? Don't need to flood. Sa kaalaman ng lahat, magkano ba binabayad ng Quadcom chairman at members ng Quadcom per hearing per day? Ano ba ang valid na na per diem or honorarium? Dati it was 5,000 lang per hearing, pero it could have gone up to about 20,000 per hearing. Hindi ako sure kung ano na po ang rates ngayon. Is it transparent ba ang COA or DBM sa allowance ng chairmanship ng committee? Pwede po ba natin ma-request yan as FOI? Pwede po. Hindi naman po yan confidential. Pwede pa ba daw tumakbo si PRD kasi incumbent lang daw ang hindi pwede? That is a theory. Hindi pa po yan napapatunayan. Si Erap nakatakbo because he was supposedly, ang claim niya is he's only going to run for the unexpired portion of his term. I think pinayagan siya. Well, pinayagan siya. Si PRD has served his entire term. Ang nakalagay sa saligang batas is cannot stand for re-election. Ang definition ng re-election is to be elected again. At least yun yung prevailing doctrine, ha, to be elected again. Hindi siya re-election siya if you finished your term and then tatakbo ka uli. Ang sinasabi, ang teorya ng iba, re-election only means 2 consecutive terms. Pero since the Constitution is silent, it has to be resolved by the Supreme Court pagka meron pag tumakbo na siya. Sabi ni Maria Ana Bueno, pwede po bang kasuhan ng resource person ang congressman? Yes po, pwede. Kasi ganun nga po ang ginawa ni Lincoln Ong sa Senado. Sabi ni user 7889, sino po si Mary Grace Piatos? She is a confidential informant. Pero, hindi ibig sabihin nun na that will be her real name. Number 1. Number 2, hindi po yan yung pangalan niya because hindi po yan yung nag-a-appear sa resibo. It says Mary Grace Piatti. So, yung mga sinasabi mo, baka pinagkakalat mo na lang yan in the hopes of trying to embarrass the Vice President. Hindi po mag-work yan. Kasi kitang-kita kahit during the House hearing, kinokorek ng COA yung sinasabi na piatos nung congressman, pero sabi ng COA lawyer is that it says Piatti. By the way, meron talagang last name na Piatos with a single T. So, bakit may alias as Mary Grace Piatos? Para saan? If you haven't noticed, this is a confidential fund and therefore entitled to confidentiality. In fact, ang sumasalungat, ang nagdi-defeat ng purpose ng confidentiality na yan ay ang Kongreso. Because under normal circumstances, hindi dapat yan lumalabas. Walang nakalagay doon sa rules na pwede o hindi pwede ang alias. Ang nakali-require lang doon sa joint circular is that there is proof of receipt. Sabi ni SNED, bakit si Teves pinatanggal sa Congress ng Ethics, di naman convicted? Kasi discretion ng Kongreso kung sino po yung papagalitan nila, sususpindihin nila o tatanggalin through the Committee on Ethics. Ibig sabihin, pinulitika siya. In the same way, pinupolitika din nila si Congresswoman Franz Castro. Sabi ni Boracay, kung reaffirmed, hindi reaffirmed kasi hindi pa na-affirm. Judgment na ang ng RTC kay Castro sa Supreme Court, makukulong ba siya? Yes, kung hindi nila babaguhin yung penalty na pinrescribe ng RTC. Bakit 11 days lang nagastos yung 125 million? Actually, obligated naman kasi yan. Pero nag-start yung paggamit niyan, you can actually start using not using the fund, but to start incurring expenses before the fund is released. Valid yan in any government agency, pwede po nilang gawin yan. So, kunwari, magre-rent ka, you negotiate na ang bayad will be after so many months. Or, yung pwede ring umutang yung ahensya. Allowed din po yun. So, maglalabas ng pera from kung kasi ngayon, single fund na ang rules ng Congress ng paggamit ng pondo. Dati kasi you had to open separate accounts for large projects. Hindi mo imimingle yan with the general fund. Ngayon, ina-allow na nila ang single account. And therefore, they can use from the account as long as pupunuin nila uli with the confidential fund. Or in their case, as kasi late na sila nakapaglabas ng payment, they negotiated, tapos magbabayad sila kung kailan lumabas na yung payment. Ina-allow naman po yun. Ricardo Saranza says, di ba this confidential fund is asked and was handily given by the President upon request? Yes. And this was utilized then. Now, ano na po nangyari? Bakit pilit nilang pinalalabas na mali? Di na nga po inubos. Well, yun na nga. They were questioning it, so she stopped using it and returned it to the Treasury para magamit pa as unprogrammed funds. No. Sabi ni Eris, can't the CSC, the Civil Service Commission, check po Congress's actions of overlapping na sa judiciary? The CSC has no control or supervision over elected officials like the congressmen. Like the congressmen. Kasi yung local government subject din sila sa CSC, pwede silang masuspindi. Pero ang CSC po, hindi. Even yung mga administrative penalties that are imposed by the Ombudsman on congressmen, hindi po kasi sa Committee on Ethics pa rin po yan dadaan. Bakit po iniimbestigan ang mga unexplained wealth hindi po tama yung tanong. Pakiayos po. Violated po ba ang separation of power, executive and judiciary? I think it is possible, pero hindi kasi what they're doing is nagmimistulang judiciary sila. But they don't, ewan ko. It's possible, pero tingin ko analogical nga kasi yan nagmimistula silang judiciary. Ang kailangan kasi para mabigyan ng atensyon yung Korte Suprema is that there is a violation of rights. Sabi ni Es, di po ba lahat ng congressman may confidential fund? I think it's called a discretionary fund. Posibleng confidential. But I know that Congress has, yung Congress as a body. Sabi ni Arvin, ano po ang pinagkaiba ng witness sa resource person kasi di po nag-oath taking si VP Sara sa Congress ng Quadcom? Well, para sa akin, magkaiba kami kasi ng teorya ni VP Sara, so I'm not sure if I'll be the right person to ask. Ricardo Saranza says, dati po Tatay Digong was able to pay and reduce the national debt and our GDP is thriving and met target. Sadly, nagka-pandemic pero still grateful kami kasi we are here po watching your live. Thank you. Bakit hindi po iniimbestigahan ang mga unexplained wealth ni Kimbo at iba pa? Sino po ang ini-expect ninyong mag-imbestiga? Kung Congress yan, of course they will not because colleagues sila eh. So hindi talaga nila gagawin yon unless another colleague will file an ethics case. Ngayon, kung tatanungin mo kung bakit hindi sila nagfa-file ng ethics case, may bibenta muna ako sa yung bridge. Tulay. Gusto mong bumili. Kasi naman, that's so naive. Asking why they're not filing an ethics case against Franz Castro. Magkakasabwat na nga ang buong Kongreso. Sabi ni Ma'am Bicolanang makulit, nakakagalit lang po kasi knowing na convicted child abuser pa ang nagpa-contempt ng isang magaling na abogada. Oh yes po, nakakagalit naman talaga. Nakakagalit na siya pa yung nag-file ng motion, na understood yan. Chinito's Journey says, can VP visit Attorney Lopez? I don't see why not. Or if she wishes to be detained also, can she? I suppose, pero kailangan mumarap siya sa Quadcom in order to get that. What can the VP or OVP do to help Attorney Lopez? Make sure that nakakakain siya doon. She has what she needs. Sa ngayon, yun lang po. Pwede rin naman kasi mag-file ng kaso questioning the contempt order. Pero baka maging moot yun when she's released on Monday. Ngayon, para to prevent yung mootness, they can ask the court to decide on the case for future so that it will not be repeated in the future. They can argue that this is capable of repetition yet evading review. Why is no one challenging contempt powers? It has been challenged before and continues to be challenged repeatedly. The most recent case being the Ong case, Lincoln Ong versus the Senate of the Philippines. And he won kasi sinight siya in contempt at pinakulong without due process. So yun po so far ang nagiging ang limitations ng Kongreso. For them to be able to cite in contempt, they must give due process. Now, due process includes not just yung, sige, bibigyan mo ng pagkakataon mag-explain. Pero kung nag-explain naman yung tao, reasonable yung explanation, pero pinakontempt pa rin siya, violation pa rin po yun ng due process. Noctis is asking, what can we do to stop the abuse of Congress? Legally kasi, the Constitution allows them the power to conduct inquiries, gives them the power, or the power is granted to them already and is stated in the Constitution that they can do inquiries in aid of legislation. At hindi natin, walang pwedeng power na magsabi kung sino o ano ang i-inquire nila. Furthermore, while it is true, yun nga, kailangan may legislation. Kailangan at least may good faith na sila po ay nagko-conduct ng inquiry in aid of legislation. So, that's why it was important for the congressmen to show na mayroon silang mga bills that are filed, and that is why they're conducting this investigation. Pero yung mga pambabalahura nila and all that, even if these could constitute crimes, they are covered by parliamentary immunity. So what to do? While we can test it before the Supreme Court what the limits are when it comes to their behavior and some of the antics that they're pulling, including the subornation of perjury, you will have to look to a political solution. And what are political solutions? To pressure from the voters as well as to troop the polls in elections. Ibig sabihin, boboto kayo ng iba sa election or ipe-pressure ninyo. Now, how do you create that pressure? One is unpopular opinion, which we do on social media. Siguro kailangan lang dagdagan pa. Pangalawa, yung mga rallies. That's what they're for. Sabi ni Zandy, so why our government didn't do action sa mga makakaliwang congressmen or women mo, wala sila sa Congress? Because it's not a crime to be a leftist. Okay? Di ba yan ginagawa ang batas para sa kabutihan ng bansa? Yes, but it's not a crime to be an activist. It's not a crime to be a leftist. It is a crime to be a terrorist. So kailangan yun po ang patunayan to bar them from that. Okay? You're also, yung pagka nakikipagsabwatan ka o sumusuporta ka sa mga grupong terorista, maaari ka rin ma-disqualify for that. But until the government, the Anti-Terrorism Council gets off its butt and starts actively investigating them and filing cases before the Court of Appeals, then they will remain in there. The other reason is because the law on party lists has not been changed. Sila yung gumawa niyan at napakagulang in favor, in fact, of the left, of existing mga kamag-anak na mga kongresista. It's in favor of already those who are participating in the political system. So that law also has to be changed. Guten Morgen, Joni. Wie geht es Ihnen? Hi kay Austrian Painter. How many days maximum pwede i-contempt sa Congress sa House? According to Congressman Paduano, initially 10 days lang. Pero there have been instances na matagal-tagal na po yung pag-detain. So, it really depends on what their rules are. Currently, the rules of the House state 10 days. Sabi ni Joms, may power po ba ang taong bayan na mag-file na imbestigahan ang budget ng Kamara? Who do you want to investigate? Because there is no mechanism in the Constitution that allows somebody to review the budget of the Congress, except for the President, who can refuse to sign it or veto certain line items. How long will Attorney Lopez stay inside? Until Monday po. OVP, sabi ni Anthony Francisco, is the same as the OP. It is not a mere line government agency. I agree. Separation of powers and executive communication privileges are in line. Yes, I agree. But they have not claimed the executive privilege sa communications. Ace says, hinahype ng mainstream media yung kaso ni Veloso. Pero yung mga mas importante gaya ng what next move sa mga nasalanta ng bagyo, walang headline. Oops, wala nga pala talaga. Sorry, my bad. Well, sabi ni Nair, sa tingin niyo po, tatakbo po ba si VP Sara for President in 2028? Sino po gusto niyong VP niya? Wala pa akong choice for VP niya, but I will support any person that she chooses. Tingin niyo tatakbo siya for President? I don't know, but it would be good for her to win as President to prevent all of this persecution. Sabi ni Alfredo, sa isang ayuda pamudmod ni Tamba, ulit-ulit tinatanong mga AKAP tupad beneficiaries kung ipagpatuloy ayuda. 3 times tinanong ni Tamba at 3 times tahimik ang sagot. Nakonsyensya mga tao sa patuloy pagtaas ng bilihin at bayarin yun kasi ang pinagmumulan ng ayuda. Sabi ni Noctis, why is COA allowing Congress to question them on how they do their audit? It might be significant to note that the COA head, the chairman of the commission, is si Comliel, last name ni Liel, who used to be the NTC commissioner. He owes his appointment to this president. Posible po ba maging vice ni Sara si Tatay Diggs? There's no bar to right now for FPRD to run for vice president. Pwede naman po siyang tumakbo. Sino ba sa mga bumoto dyan kay Castro? Sino ba ang mga bumoto dyan kay Castro? Baka pwedeng i-post online ang mga hunghang na yan. Absolutely confidential po ang voter information and voter preferences po. Well, yung binoto na yan. That's why it's called a secret ballot. So, hindi po pwede. Leah says, yung sa hearing po, sabi ni Attorney Colin, once po daw convicted, kahit sa RTC po, criminal pa rin ang tawag doon. Daw, yun during PRD hearing, ako po ang nag-ask sa kanya. Ang gulo ng tanong, once convicted na, criminal pa din ang tawag doon. So, pwede naman, wala naman tayong sinasabi, pero iba po kasi yung final judgment. So, pwede silang umangal na hindi pa sila pero convicted is convicted, whether by final judgment or not. Pero pag lumabas na yung judgment later on of acquittal, hindi mo na pwedeng tawaging kriminal yung tao. Sabi ni Brian, so si Castro na convicted, criminal na siya. You can call her that, but in actuality, hindi pa tapos yung kaso. So, kumbaga, mayroon kang reasonable ground to call her that. Sabi ni Catherine, bakit po walang rights ang tinatawag na resource person or witness about refusal of not coordinating with the Congress kung simpleng ayaw mo lang makisawsaw sa gusto nila, humanap mo sila ng iba. Pupunta ka pa rin. So what you'll do is you'll go to Congress and say, I refuse to answer on the ground that I may incriminate myself to every single question that they ask. But you have to go. Kasi they can compel you with a contempt citation. There should be a co-warrant petition that seeks to nullify BBM's presidency for lying that he has not been convicted. Lying that he has not been convicted. Sa president, hindi na po pwede ang co-warrant to. Sa Presidential Electoral Tribunal yan lalabas. Sabi ni R. Serrano Canada, thank you for your super chat. Si Paduano, sinabi niya ang dapat kasuhan ng OVP is yung COA kasi sila ang nag-disclose ng allowance sa Quadcom. Pero I remember sila sa Quadcom ang nagsupina sa COA to get the info. Yes. Hindi. Pwede pa rin silang kasuhan dahil isinapubliko nila through the hearings. They could have conducted it by executive session. So may butas po yung argumento na yan.